Namaste. Of late, a lot of people have been calling and messaging to ask about some simple breathing techniques that anyone and everyone can practice so that if, God forbid, if at all we do land up being COVID positive, it should help us get out of the situation. So, I'm going to be talking about three very simple and very effective techniques. These techniques are going to help you even be in touch with your breath such that you'll be able to see if at all there is a drop in your breath span altogether. It's going to help you become more alert and aware about if anything is going wrong in your system. So very often people talk about by the time they realized there was a problem, it was already so late, and then booking a test and getting the report, it delays the entire process. So I'm going to be talking about three very, very simple techniques which even people who are bedridden can try and practice. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let's get to the first technique, for which you could take a simple handkerchief or even a tissue paper is fine. Take something like that. Please don't take thick towels or something. Some thin cloth like this, piece of cloth. Yeah, we're going to hold this in front of our face. Take a deep breath in and simply blow this cloth away as you exhale. You could try holding this at various distances, like close to your face, little far, and you keep your arm absolutely straight so the kerchief goes even farther away from your face. And just try to blow. It's as simple as that. Yeah. You could keep a track of how long it takes you. Maybe initially when you blow out forcefully, it might take you just maybe 1 second or 2 seconds. So you try and increase this duration with regular practice. Just keep one thing in mind, that don't just keep going yeah, don't just keep repeatedly doing it. Go comfortably, peacefully, take a couple of normal breaths in between. Otherwise one can feel, if you're going to go out of breath, you could feel dizzy. So just take it easy, do it comfortably, but do it multiple number of times. Just keep blowing this piece of cloth from your face. This was one of the techniques. Let's go for the second one, which is going to be a lying down technique. This technique is called abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing or even Yogendra Pranayam number 4. The basic purpose is to ensure that the lungs are filling up fully and completely. Only when the lungs fill up completely will they push the diaphragm in such a way that the stomach, the abdominal organs are going to be coming out. And then as we exhale, the stomach goes back to the starting position. Let's just understand our rib cage, the respiratory system. So if this is our rib cage and the lungs are located within, when we breathe in and the lungs expand, they need more space, right? So they're going to push your diaphragm, which is located just below the rib cage. Diaphragm is a thin curtain-like muscle which is located just below the rib cage, separating your lungs from abdominal organs. So as we breathe in and as the lungs expand completely, they're going to push the diaphragm down, which results in pushing the stomach, the abdominal organs out. And therefore, a good way to check whether your breath is really complete, if you're using the lungs fully and completely, is to see that when you breathe in, is your stomach coming out? Only then you can be sure that you really are taking in a complete deep breath. So let's see how we are going to practice this technique. For this, we are going to lie down on our back and we are going to practice this technique called abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing or Yogendra Pranayam number 4. You could lie down either on the floor or on your bed, whatever is convenient to you. And we will bend both the legs. Let's bring the heels close to the body. We're going to keep the thighs together and gap between the feet. In this manner, your thighs will be supported by each other. We're going to bring one palm on the navel region and we keep the other hand relaxed. Simply focus on your breath. Observe the movement of your stomach with every inhalation and exhalation. Let's try and bring the stomach as much out as possible with every inhalation. And let's try to let it just simply sink with every exhalation. Try to keep these movements as smooth as possible, non-jerky. Keep it comfortable for yourself. For the next step, I would like you to observe how much time you take when you breathe in and when you breathe out. And in the last step, we will try to equalize our inhalation and exhalation, which means if you are inhaling for 3 counts or say 4 counts, your exhalation will also be same as the inhalation. So let's try and practice this together. Let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to practice this a little on our own, at our own comfortable pace. Now that you know what is to be done, find your own counts. Just simply continue to practice. Breathe as deeply as possible. Breathe as slowly as possible. Name of the technique: abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, or Yogendra Pranayam number 4. The last technique that I want to talk about in today's video is a traditional technique. It's also known as Bhramari. Naturally, as the name suggests, Bhramari comes from the word Bhramar, which means the bumblebee, the bee which makes that humming sound. Yeah. So trying to create a similar sound as we exhale. It's again a very, very simple practice. You could practice this anywhere, anytime, in any position. Ideally, we should be sitting upright, but one could try doing this even lying down for patients who are bedridden currently. Okay, so all you've got to do is sit upright. You could close your eyes for better concentration. Take a deep breath in. That's it. So we try and make this humming sound uninterrupted as long as we can. Try and prolong this. Yeah. Initially, it might be just for 2 seconds. That's perfectly fine. Try and make it 3. You could keep a check on your watch if you want, or you could just simply count on your fingertips. That's absolutely fine. So just see and increase your duration of making the humming sound. These are simple, very, very simple, basic techniques to work on your breath. Let's all get in touch with our breath so that if at all there is any difficulty in breathing that the body might be experiencing, we will get in touch with it at the earliest, COVID or no COVID. Our breath is something each one of us needs to connect with. Wishing you the best. Namaste.